Alright, I think we are live now. So yeah, I got the authentication working, and it was as stupid as, let me see. I had not run npx convex dev auth script, which automatically generates the JWT tokens that we need, and after I did that, it just worked just fine. So right, we can apply this and make this the fix. All right, so that works now, and yeah, the next step is to sure, we can go with Composer. Actually, let's use GPT 5.2, create a plan for migrating the data scraping functionality script to push the data to Convex. The script only runs locally, so no need to convert to run on Convex. It's enough that it scrapes the data like it did before, and then pushes data to Convex. Alright, something like that. Actually, we could stop it right there. Please first explore the script and the code base to understand what is going on. Then ask a lot of questions to clarify what we should do. Then please create an extensive plan with detailed to-do items for making the migration. That's okay. That sounds good. So my plan is to use Composer 1 for implementing that functionality. I want to try out Composer 1. It performed well on this one. I was quite surprised. So I tried out this new feature with 7 different models. So GPT 5.1, Codex Max, Sonnet 4.5, Grok, Composer 1, Opus 4.5, Gemini 3 Flash. I don't know. I didn't use Pro, but whatever. GPT 5.2. This is supposed to be like the most intelligent one. Alright, so going through these, all of these figure out that the JWT private key is the problem, even Grok code, and they figure out what is wrong, which is alright, very nice, very good. And Composer 1 was the only one that figured out that I had not run this command, which would set up everything in Convex, and then it would just work. So yeah, so I'm pretty hyped about Composer 1 right now. I want to try it out. Also, it's very fast, so that's nice. This just stopped. Continue. Let's see if it can actually create. Oh, I don't think it probably does not create a plan for us. It just starts to build the whole thing already. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, so everything is in there, and a dedicated scraper. Yep, and it's just the ingest part. Convex backend. Most replace Supabase ingester with Convex ingester. Yep. These are fine. These are good. One-time seed. No, this is just one time only. For imported listings, what should listings previously I just used this like import placeholder. I'm not sure if I want to pull in. Yeah, let's. Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay, I mean that was easy. It only had 2 questions. So that is nice. Oh, it does a second round of questions. This is the first time I've had it do a second round. When importing listing images, yeah, external image URLs are fine. Yep, that's fine. Automatically create and upsert missing categories and attributes. Yes. That's nice, okay. Let's see if it does a third round of questions. Oh, it does. Okay, that's cool. Local script to authenticate authorized rights to Convex. Oh. Use Convex admin deploy key from .env local and call dedicated import mutations actions. Script logs in import user via auth endpoints, then calls existing public mutations. I mean, this would work, but this is the recommended approach, so let's go with that one. If you rerun the import later, what should happen to previously imported records? Okay, upsert. I mean the ID or the URL is stable, so that's fine. Continue. Okay, so that was the third round of questions. It could just ask like 6 or 7 questions at a time. I've had, I think, Opus do that. But apparently GPT 5.2 wanted to ask 3 rounds of questions. Very cool. So my guess is that this is just a tool that it like calls. But yeah, this is really nice. I really like it. Okay, so it queries context 7 MCP for checking the documentation. Yep, just keeps on working. I mean, in the meantime, while this is going, I think... Oh, searching web. That's interesting. I know Cursor has the search web tool, but as far as I know, the models quite rarely, you actually use the search web tool. This might be the first time I've seen any model use the search tool, and now it does like a fourth round of questions. That's cool. I don't think there are not. I mean, there are no. There are. Yeah. Let's use exact categories. Explicit source metadata for import listings. Sure, that works. And the fifth round of questions. For the fixture dynamic attributes FPS bracket brand, what attribute types should we store in Convex? Yeah, attributes as text that's fine. I mean both, configurable by envar flag. It probably makes it my way too complicated and complex with this. I mean, I could just, I mean, I do want the data to both, so let's go with that. But it probably makes it way too complex. The ideal way, I think, is just the script shouldn't know if it pushes the data to dev or prod. It should just push to somewhere, read the information from the .env. It shouldn't know, but no, it does. No, it does. I guess that is fine. Alright, so in the meantime, while that works, we can check this out. So this is a site for like second-hand airsoft gear, so airsoft guns and helmets and maintenance stuff and like all that fun stuff. The existing site is older, looks older, and so the idea here is to like create a more modern version of it. The profile side looks like this. You can drag and drop an image here. I have no idea if this works, and probably could and should change this to use Convex instead, but this is with the old Supabase system now. And we can go to my listings, no listings found, we can create one. Right, so this is for Finland only right now. And price, description, title, and then we would have the active listings and sold listings here. This is pretty ugly. This really should make it prettier. Same actually here. This should be under a different button. And create listing is there, my listing is there, right? And this, yeah. So it works. It's ugly, but it definitely works. And then we can go to home, and this should show all of the different listings that there are. But right now there are listings currently available, so what can you do? Well, you can take a look at we can take the existing site and just scrape all the listings from that site. So that works. So that's what's happening here. Target architecture diagram error. This is unfortunate. So the diagrams in the plans are really cool when they work, but there is something weird and problematic with the diagrams. For some reason the models can't quite figure out how to draw the diagrams. There are some like syntax problems with the diagrams that they just can't nail. And the plans are hard to edit, I feel like. Okay, so it really is creating an extensive plan just like we asked. Very cool. And then we can already select composer one. How much context is this already? Oh, it's using quite a bit of context. Alright, I mean, yeah, GPT 5.2 definitely analyzed the code base and the documentation and asked questions to clarify things, and is definitely creating an extensive plan here. Oh, it's doing like validation safety stuff as well. Detailed to do. Oh, it did not figure out. It did not figure out that plans have a separate to do section. So it is putting the to dos here. Alright. And for some reason it's pretty slow right now. As far as I know, we can just like edit this. So editing plans is actually pretty simple. This is just a text file. They leave a cursor as a place for them. It may have been here. Okay, no, it's in the like cursor has this global folder, so it's not inside the project. And the plans are stored there. So this lives there. This is just a file, and if we want, if there is something we don't like to have, we can just remove it. Keep the pipeline running locally. Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, the diagram we can't change. I don't think we can even like remove it. I'm not touching this one. That is fine. So I need to fetch that for this to work. Internal queries, mutations, actions. Okay, so we need to get that. And that's a sensitive variable, so I can't show that on stream for sure. Implementation plan high level, add minimal schema support for imports. So funny thing here is that I mean, let's make this work, and I'll explain that then. Add a dedicated internal Convex import module. Detailed to-dos. I mean, we could just remove all of this. Yes, that's fine, that's fine. Update. README. Yes, that's fine. Okay, let's try this one. So we can just remove that. and I think I need to save it, but that's fine. Oh, there is some sort of fixture somewhere. Right, let's have Composer actually build it. And let's see how fast it is. Okay, so the thing that I was talking about is that the whole like database backend. Oh, it's a big file. Interesting. So the whole database and the data format and all of that is built with the assumption that the underlying database is a relational database. And the type of like model that I would like to have here is like a little bit advanced. I had to learn how it works. So I ended up using UAV, if I think was the name, like modeling method for figuring out all of this, since we can't really do all the magic things that we would like to do, or I couldn't do all the magic things that I wanted to do on like PostgreSQL relational database. But Convex, at least in theory, is using a NoSQL database on the backend. So theoretically, this project could switch to using that, and there might not be any reason for using the like complicated UAV thing, but I have no idea how Cursor is going to implement this now. It might just take the existing approach that is already in there and just go with that. Might be. We'll see. Okay, so looks like Composer 1 is flying, just ripping through the whole thing. I have no idea if it works, but it is for sure quick. Looks like it just creates a bunch of files or fixtures. And maybe those fixtures are then loaded into the database. That might be it. And if that's the case, then I mean that's pretty smart. We don't really need to even do the whole reloading thing. We just need to somehow make Convex read the fixture that we already have, which is pretty nice. Well, yeah, it is working there. Apparently something froze. I'm not sure if the stream froze or not, or just Cursor. Okay, it's back up and running. Let's see what System Monitor has to say. History. Alright, so our memory usage is like 13 gigabytes. So that's not an issue. Okay, seems to be fine. Alright. Next steps, that is done already. Set environment variables, so I need to do that. Install dependencies inside that directory, and then test import to run this one, and then use the checklist. Alright. Oh, so there is no need to even scrape anything, it's just for ingesting data. That's nice. Alright, well, that seems like a nice place to stop for today, and I will set up those and see if it runs. But yeah, thank you for watching.